I'm here at the Tamaki Maori Village here in Rotorua, and it's quite an honor because before they open up the gates and everybody walks inside to learn a bit about the history, I'm going to meet up with some of the performers who take me back in time.
Set among towering evergreens, the Tamaki Village is renowned for its authentic depiction of pre-colonial Māori lifestyle. The evening is tagged as a hands-on educational experience. My first stop is to meet Rose, who shares a bit of artistic flair and teaches me about her traditional costume.
These are what we call tipare headdresses, and the patterns symbolize where you come from, as well as this pari hair. Okay, the patterns here would represent me coming from Tamaki Maori Village. We also have here a piu-piu, which is made from muka, which is a flax plant of New Zealand.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And again, they have intricate patterns also to symbolize where you come from.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
And the markings on the chin, what does that represent?
I have two eyes at the top. Down the middle is the beak with the body.
I see it.
It represents an owl, which is a guardian bird for the Māori people. And so women are the guardians of our children.
It's wonderful.
And as the women were guarding the children, the men would be focused on guarding the village. Enter the warrior.
The sweeping that you see in his hand here is known as a taiaha, which is the most preferred weapon to the Māori warrior, very similar to the English three-quarter staff. The only difference, this weapon was never thrown as it represented an ancestor to the individual that took the battlefield. Now to the business end of the taiaha, that part there also sharpened to a fine point, used to lodge in to the chest of the opponent, quick twist flick, opening up the rib cage, feasting on the heart while it's still beating. 9 times out of 10 struck to the crown of the opponent, quick twist flick, removing the crown. It's lunchtime for our people. Koki!
Intimidating? Yes, quite, but somehow intriguingly beautiful. To dig a bit deeper, I was welcomed to a fireside chat with the chief.
Take me back to when settlers first came to this beautiful landscape. What would people expect to see if they were in a traditional Māori village such as this?
So these types of houses here you would have seen scattered around our village, and they all pertain to different facets of our culture. Cool, so each house has a different subject to offer, very much like a university in today's society. Once you graduate from that certain house or pick up a school, you would then receive a marking pertaining to that house. Your first marking you'll receive upon puberty to say that you're now a man. And then from there, depending on the certain physical attributes you'd acquire, you'll receive markings from the eyelids down. Anything from the eyelids up would pertain to your spiritual attributes, your spiritual gifts. And it also talks about your genealogy line. So anything from the left side of the face is dedicated to your mother's genealogy, the right side, your father's. So yes, your markings would take a lifetime to receive. You wouldn't just get the whole full facial marking done in one go.
Tell me a little bit about the roles that men and women play in the culture.
Gentlemen were there to protect our ladies. Our ladies were the most precious thing in our culture besides our children. The reason being, without land, without women, there will be no humankind. So there's a saying in our culture that goes, if you lose a man, you just lose a person, but if you lose a lady, you can lose a whole generation.
What does Māori mean today?
Māori, to me, is everything. It is my identity. It's what makes me unique, and also we the Māori people unique. And being Māori, you have a respect for everything around you, as we believe that we as humankind were the last to be created. So in saying so, respecting all those who came before us, not only our grandparents, but nature itself.
Now holding a deeper understanding of this village and its people, my family and I made our way to the welcoming ceremony, a challenge to determine whether or not we come in peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, kia ora. Kia ora. Welcome inside my humble village of Tawangāhere Pā, to our lofty mountain of Tumanui. Welcome to Tamaki Maori Village.
From there, we entered the village to visit the various houses of education and play.
What an incredible experience to be here in the village with all these wonderful performers teaching people certain parts of the culture. And Chris is learning the Haka.
Big eyes, big tongue,
Ai, kamata.
Next, we were presented with an ancestral song and dance performance, followed by a presentation of traditional food preparation.
Hangi your food, your dinner, cooked inside our earth oven. About 1.5 meters deep, scrape the dirt off the top, fold back the potato sacks, and voila. The outcome of your beautiful hangi meal this evening. Please do enjoy.
And we certainly did. What an incredible experience witnessing the celebration of this culture. If you ever find yourself in Rotorua, Tamaki Village is a must visit.